Look, guys, I know you don't want to hear this, but the way people buy today is completely different to how people were buying years ago or decades ago. Back in the day, you could become friends with someone and convince them to buy your stuff. These days, even if you become someone's friend, even if you send them a direct message or an email, it doesn't actually matter what you do. That person is going to want to do research on you, your business, your product, your service, before they buy anything. And this is even more the case when it comes to B2B selling, because you have multiple decision makers that you have to convince to buy your stuff. And when there's more people that you have to convince, there's extra little points that you have to target, because people buy for different reasons. If you're selling to the C-suite, for example, the CEO might want your solution for a different reason to the CFO or the CMO or the CTO. Everyone's got a different logical and emotional buyer journey or reasons for buying. And so if you think you can just DM people, if you think that you can just run ads, look, you might get some results. That's natural. Like, it's going to happen just with numbers, but you're going to spend a lot of money with the ads for a start. And with DMs, you're going to spend a lot of time. And if you don't have anything to back up anything that you're saying, if you don't have anything that people can find online to do that research, to figure out if what you're saying is true, if you can actually deliver the service, if the product is as good as you say, if you don't have that stuff, then how can you expect anyone to buy anything? Even you yourself, you probably do a lot of research before you buy anything high ticket, before you spend like thousands of dollars. If you're going to spend 5K per month on a product or service, for example, you're going to do research, guaranteed. I know for a fact you're going to do it. Everyone does it. And that research typically involves going on Google, doing some searches on that solution, on that product, on that service, on that person, on that company. Or you're going to go on YouTube, do the same thing. If you get approached on LinkedIn or Instagram, you're going to look at the company there as well. And typically what someone will do is research like all the social media profiles, research all the content that you've got. Now, if someone emails me, for example, and they promise me this result, typically it's like, you know, the ones that I'm getting these days are, hey, we can book you 20 appointments a month. If we don't do it, you don't pay. How about conversation? It's something along those lines. It's the generic like copy and paste message that people send me. I get this all the time on email, DMs. I'm sure other business owners get the same. If you're watching this now, you probably get exactly the same thing. So if everyone is sending the same thing, if everyone's sending me the same message, what exactly separates one person from another? How do I know that what you're telling me is true? How do I know that you can actually deliver that? And why would I want to invest my time speaking to every single one of these people who are promising the same results? I don't want to do that. But if I am genuinely interested in someone booking me 20 appointments a month without me having to pay unless I get results, then the very first thing I'm going to do before I book an appointment, before I reply to that email or that DM, is click on that person's profile if it's a DM, or I'm going to go to the website if it's an email, and I'm going to have a look at that person, look at that company, look at their social media, look at their case studies, the testimonials. Those are all the main things that I'm going to be doing. And I'm guaranteeing that your potential customers, the people that you want to sell to, no matter what position they're in, CEOs, CMOs, CTOs, whatever, they're going to be doing the same thing. And this is even more the case if you sell to multiple decision makers, because they have different levels of, you know, needs. They've got different buyer requirements. So your content is what's going to do the brunt of the work in that case. And so that's how people buy these days. So if you think that you can just run ads, if you can work with an agency, if you can just set up Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, whatever, yeah, sure. You can get results because most of the time it is a numbers game, but you're going to be spending a lot of money on ads. You're going to be spending a lot of time sending DMs. You've got to hire salespeople or marketers or VAs, appointment setters, in order to send those messages. Typically, they're going to do it from your profile anyway, so there's a security aspect there. I don't care what anyone says. Any marketer that tells you that it's okay to be using your Facebook and things like that, I mean, yeah, you can trust them with those things, but there's also that security aspect you have to consider. Unless you use software, in which case it's all like inbound stuff. Anyway, going off on a bit of a tangent. But you need content, that's the point here. So if you're struggling to get appointments, if you're struggling to sell your product, your service, if you're in a position where like you just don't know what to do, typically the answer is going to be content. And it doesn't have to be you on camera. It doesn't have to be blog articles. It's not one way or another. You just need to have things out there that people can find. Now, I will always recommend that you create video content because, I mean, you're watching this video now, and let's be honest, video content is the highest leverage thing you can do, because I can cut this video down into LinkedIn posts, into Instagram pictures with captions. It can be a Twitter or an X thread. It can be an Instagram thread now, they've got threads. Facebook post, like anything. It could be a blog article, it could be multiple things. And then I can use it as an asset to train my team as well, because then they have different pieces of content that they can use as leverage. So the time it took me to record this video, what, 6 minutes, give or take, after the editing? Like now I've got a heap of different pieces of content I can put out there on the internet. And if I record a video every day or upload a video every day, or even just 2 times a week, right? Because not everyone's got the time to create video content. Like it's guaranteed to compound over time. That's the beauty of this thing, right? It's the beauty of video, it's the beauty of content. And that means when I run an ad from my profile or my company's profile, you've seen the content typically. Or if you haven't seen the content, you're going to check out the YouTube channel, you're going to check out the social media profiles. This is how you buy. You have to create your buyer journey in a way that is exciting to you and it will be exciting for your prospects. Typically, that requires some content. And if you can bring in other experts to help you, like a collaborative effort, then that's just going to accelerate the trust that you build with people so that they will be happy, more than happy, to pay you thousands of dollars for your product or your service. And if you're, in the B2B enterprise space, you're typically going to want someone to spend millions of dollars, right, per year. So if you don't have any content or anything to back it up, how do you expect to convince people to purchase? Because it's not just one person signing that contract. It's a group decision from your prospects, from the companies that you're trying to target and work with. And so you need to have that content that is out there, searchable, that people can find, but also so that you can push it in the direction of your ideal customers so that you can give them that little nudge. If you don't do it, your competitors are going to do it. Most people are jumping on YouTube now already, especially, marketers and things like that. In a few years' time, it's going to be too late. I'm not saying to do YouTube, I'm just saying it's the highest leverage activity you've got. If you just want to focus on LinkedIn, short form content is more than enough, right? You can post every day, sure. Why not do a picture post, a text-based post, and then a video? Post 3 times a day. And then you're hitting all mediums. You do that 5 times a week. That's a lot of posts that you're putting out on LinkedIn that people can find. In addition, you can even do LinkedIn articles. Upload your video onto Vimeo or YouTube or whatever medium you want to put it on. Embed it into your LinkedIn article, and now you've got even more search traffic. Whatever your social channel is, where your target audience spends most time, put effort into that channel and create content around it so that you can have some compounding interest over time. If you don't do any of this, you're going to fall behind, guaranteed, right? That's one thing I can guarantee from this video. Can't guarantee, that you're going to be making millions of dollars, but I can guarantee if you don't do something like this, you're going to be left in the dust because your competitors are going to do it. You buy this way, I buy this way, everyone buys this way. Make the buyer journey exciting for your customers and for your prospects. Make it exciting enough so that you would buy and that you would be interested in booking a call with yourself. So if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.